Hello, guys. Hello, hello. It's Monday already, huh? It's Monday already, guys. How's everybody doing today? Christmas is over. I hope you guys got your stuff. Whatever you were looking for, I hope you guys had a great holiday. I'm sure a lot of people are out on vacation and stuff like that, so we might have a bit of a shorter stream today. And like I said, it is the holiday weekend still. Kind of technically, right? Everybody's off for Christmas break, all the kiddies and stuff, so I'm sure there's a lot of busy people still. I just wanted to say hi before we get started. Guys, thank you for stopping by. If you're watching on YouTube, why don't you watch me live? There should be a link to my channel in the description of the video, guys. I would like to grow the channel a little bit more, so if you want to subscribe on YouTube, I do try to upload regularly there as well. You'll probably be seeing like little clips here and there, aside from my live streams, right? My name is Frank Gallis, guys, and I stream every day, or as often as possible, folks. Today we're going to be playing some Bloodborne. We do still have New Year's. It is up and coming. That's not too far away now. Not too far away, guys. Uh, more than likely we won't be here on New Year's, right? Because everybody's going to be busy. So we got to get in them while we can. With that said, guys, let's get started. Thank you for stopping by. We're probably going to have a little bit of a shorter stream, like I said, a little bit earlier, not too long ago. What I think we'll do today is we will go into the cave, we'll get the Gatling gun in the DLC, and then we'll attempt some of the fishing hamlet. We could probably finish up the DLC, right? I think that's the plan. We're gonna try to get the Gatling gun. We're gonna see what's in the evil cave. Um, might be a little bit of a rough time, but we're good to go. We'll take a look at the build so far, guys. We are focusing on the rifle spear. That being said, we're tailor-made just to use it, so I picked Lone Survivor. There are more optimal origin choices you could pick. A lot of people do start out with Cruel Fate, Noble Scion, Violent Pass, or depending on your class. A lot of people do start as Cruel Fate, though. PvP builds especially. Um, so the plan is we're going to get 50 Vite. We have 50 skill. We have enough Blood Tinge to pick up the Rifle Spear and use it. Arcane is going to go to 15 because I do want to get into some PvP sometime in the future. And I do believe we'll add a little bit to strength, and that's what's going to top off our stats. Right, you're going to try to maximize the poke with the rifle spear. That is the plan, guys. As far as the gems go, they're not the greatest, right? We do have to find them, so take a look at what we have. Keep in mind, you do have to farm for the best gems. I do think we'll go for probably thrusting gems, so I think that's adept gems, right? Or some kind of strike gem. I'll have to look up the loot tables and stuff like that, but I do think that will be the plan, is to get one did the skill scaling up and then some thrust gems. And that should help out. I might have to look up some copy, but that's the plan, guys. As far as secondary weapons go, I really don't have anything in mind. We are gonna need something as a backup though, so I'm considering grabbing the beast cutter. As you guys know, that's just basically big whip, and we'll use it on our offhand, like very lightly, depending on our situation. We have to get it first, though. We have to get it first, right, guys? Give me just a second to sip this coffee that I got. I hope you guys had good holidays, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube and you had a great holiday, let me know. If you're watching live and you had a great holiday, let me know. Okay, guys, I think we'll get started now, right? So that's the plan. We're gonna go into the DLC. We're gonna try to get the Gatling gun, which is probably gonna be a pain in the ass. I'll be honest with you guys. Uh, hmm. The only thing we could do is just try to do it. So let's attempt it. Am I topped off? Yeah, there's really not much for me to do here. We'll grab a poison knife. Let's see if we could actually purchase some. It might help us out. Poison knife? Nice. I'm not sure if you could poison him, but we'll see. What is the quickest way to him? Probably the hunters. No. No, is it the Nightmare Church? Is it the Nightmare Church? Right, we come down. Honestly, me neither. I kind of just hung out at home, right? Basically, most holidays, because I don't celebrate too much. You know, and I grew up in a household where we had less money, so I'm just used to not like getting big gifts, right? I was the kind of kid where like birthdays and stuff, well, those are like days to get clothes, right? And then maybe if we were lucky, I would get like a game here or there. So I learned the importance of getting demo discs and surviving off demo discs and things like that. Those things were awesome. Um, but you know, I just took the advantage of like the nice holiday season and had a lot of food. Right, that's what I look forward to most holidays is just eating well. And now we're back to being quote unquote healthy. So trying to watch the weight, trying to have some discipline. I do think Nightmare Church is the quickest way. Okay, we'll just do it. We'll just do it. I have a feeling that I'm dead wrong on that. I'm pretty sure I am, but we'll take a little trip. Luckily or unluckily, I don't have kids, right? So I don't have to buy gifts, right? Uh, money is tight enough as it is, but you know, I am getting up there, so that might be something to consider in the near future. Yeah, we're definitely kind of far away from where I want to be at, but that's okay. We can take out these guys. Hopefully, there'll be like a two-shot, and if not, then we failed, and we get to look at a loading screen. Oh, we'll just start running. Is this a? Uh-oh. Do it again. Nice. Oh crap. Alright. Sorry. No, I'm not. Got him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, honestly, there are a couple things here. I'm not sure what we picked up from last time, so I'm just checking. We did get the console scarf there. That's the beast. That's the beast hunter scythe down there. We might as well grab it and start running, right? So let's just do that. We could possibly even use that as our secondary. We do have to be careful though, because the streets are loaded with enemies, no matter what we do. And I do think these dogs will chase you forever. Luckily they made these, well, I wanted to say they made the enemies more manageable here, but as you can see, they still are very annoying. We're gonna have to live with the poison for a minute. I know this looks a little daunting, guys. And it is, but we'll be alright. I actually was very far away from where I wanted to be as well. Okay, so first things first. Let's get rid of that poison. Do I have any antidotes? Uh-oh. Okay, nice. You know, I don't need that. For the future. Okay, so this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Like I was saying, mostly because the guy in here has a big old Gatling gun. And then we're fighting in the dark on top of that, so my lock-on gets messed up. So it's going to be kind of hard to parry him, or to attempt to. He's probably just going to do an insane amount of damage to me and call it a day. But there he is right there. And he just fires big Gatling gun most of the time. And we try to use this rock as cover a lot of the time. You know what's funny? I forgot to put on the poisoner, so let's see if we can do that very quickly. I don't want him to push me too far, because there are other enemies in here. So we really do have to watch our step. didn't work. Okay. Fair enough. Let me get that. Nice, we got the Gatling gun. We will be able to equip it, guys. We do have to work on our stats a little bit. In terms of what else is down here, some really annoying things are down here. But there's also the amygdala arm, which, oh, Bloodstone Chuck. Okay, we can use that. Like you see, it kind of funnels us into this little cave, right? And if you're not careful, guys. I know it's tempting to go down there, and I do. But there is a reason they do this, right? Because there's something else over there as well. And we will take a look at it when we can. Right now we have to be a little bit cautious. Let's take a little peek over here. Okay. I do think our rifle spear is at +10 though. Do we already have the beast cutter? No. It's a little odd. But there it is. There is a bloodstarved beast right there. So what I think we'll do is we'll grab these items. I don't think we get anything for killing this bloodstarved beast. I could be wrong on that. I feel like I am. But there's the amygdalan arm. Why don't we just try to kill him? I know, kind of just... It's a little disorienting, isn't it? Don't tell anybody what the heck I'm about. Uh-oh. Got him. Luckily he doesn't do the whole... Well, I think these beasts are female in particular. The Bloodstarved beasts. Luckily she doesn't poison out. Like the first one. And with that said, I do think we have enough for a level. We're gonna take advantage of that. We're just gonna hunter out. Get a hunter mark out. Try to grab a level real quick. Actually, I don't think we have enough. We're actually kind of far from a level. We have the Gatling gun. When we're able to equip it, we'll equip it, and we'll take a look at the. Excuse me, guys. We'll take it. We'll take a look at the stats. That's what I'm trying to say. But we still need that beast cutter. And that beast cutter is in the beginning of this area. So we'll just do a little bit of wrapping up. We'll grab Oh, actually, guys, I should talk about. There is a blood chunk duping glitch, right? I don't think we'll do it. But keep in mind, if you want to do it, you don't want to kill any of these wandering manises. Manisi. You don't want to kill them. And you might want to look it up in case you want a lot of bloodstone chunks. Did he fall down? No, he didn't. He's right there. We're not going to engage with him right now because I don't have the proper mark on. If you kill some of these hunters in particular, they do drop Brandon. Actually, I didn't realize he was going to follow me this far. Alright, so this is the plan, right? We're gonna go back to Leonard's dream. We're gonna try to grab some marks for teleportation. Then we're gonna go to the beginning of this hunter's nightmare, and then we will grab the beast cutter, and we'll hunter mark out, and then we'll continue with the DLC. We'll see if we can upgrade it a little bit. We won't use it too much or like not at all. Maybe when we go into the chalice dungeons, assuming we have enough time. That might be a little bit though, because we do have to, like I said, we have to make it to the end of the DLC. And we're really close to actually just starting up the chalice dungeons and trying to get like some good blood gems. Um, I'm not sure how that stream is gonna go because that is gonna be a little bit of effort. Uh, Most people who farm those, they do a lot of save scumming, and we're not gonna be doing that in particular on stream, just because it's more of a hassle to do, and I would have to. There'll be like a lot of dead screen time on this on the screen because I'm streaming straight from the PS4, right? So it's not like a capture card where we can like chit chat, and I have my camera on and stuff during those times. Let's get some hits marks. Yeah, we definitely can't level up. Okay, that's fine though. Alright, so let's grab so this is what we're gonna do, right? Like I said, we're gonna come to Hunter's Nightmare, we're gonna grab the beast cutter, mark out, and go to the fishing hamlet. I know it's a few loading screens, guys, but we can't help that. I do think we grabbed all the clothing here too, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm not sure if we opened this gate up. We did. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we need to go that way. It kind of leads to the same way, but not really. But kind of. Wow. Gotta be fast, guys. I do think that was the beast cutter right here. Yep. Okay, let's work out. Cool. We actually do have a choice between the beast cutter and the beast hunter scythe, right? So what I do think we'll do is we'll take a look at both of them, and we'll see which one, because we kind of have to commit. Right? We'll head back to the room first. We kind of have to commit to our second weapon, because I don't really have that many upgrade materials, and the time to use it is not too far off. We might need to use it sooner than later. What I mean by that is like because we'll be in the challenge dungeons in the not too distant future right in our streams. So we're going to need something to back us up. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at both of them first of all. So here's the Beast Hunter Cipher. Let's take a quick look at the description. A trick weapon used by the old hunters. A second blade is found inside the curve of the main one. In its initial form, the scythe can be wielded like a long curved sword, but when transformed, its blade is contracted, allowing for quick, repeated stabs. Although this trick weapon allows for adaptive combat, it was later replaced by saws and similar weapons that were more effective at disposing of beasts. Mostly because they had the they don't they don't do it as an actual mechanic, but they are supposed to bleed enemies out. And surprisingly enough, like in the Souls games, a lot of enemies, and I guess this is true in real life, they're weak to getting bled out, right? Uh, Hollows, the undead, the chosen undead, every like hollow from Dark Souls, they say they're weak to blood loss. Uh, as far as that in-game mechanic goes, like you don't take super blood loss damage from like enemies, unless they have the bleed mechanic right, uh, built in. But that does weaken hollows, is bleeding them out usually. That's what they say at least. Beast here, technically, like we should be beasting out kinda in the story mode, but we're being protected, right, by the moon presence or something like that. But that's something to think about. And we'll take a look at its moveset. So this is its untricked form. It's just kind of, like they said, a curved sword. It's actually not a bad weapon at all. I do think it's kind of stamina maybe. Right, this is his heavy attack here. This is his charged heavy. Oh wait, let's get full stamina because I do think it's a 2-hit combo. So he is charged heavy. Oh, that's it. Alright. So it's really not bad. His main strength is this right here, strict mode. These are his light attacks, so it kind of leads into it. It's really effective in PvP because most people when they use this, and I'll tell you exactly what I read, is when they use this is that they'll run past you, and while they're running past you they'll lock on and then they'll do this move here. As you can see, it like automatically pushes them forward, so they'll get just out of range of you, and then dash in and get some hits in. And it does, it does eat away at your life bar because they can just start, right, and then start backing up again. But here's this like tricked mode, light attack to untricked, into tricked. You can see pretty cool weapon. How effective is this in PvE? I'm not really sure. Right, and then we can take a look at his heavy attacks real quick. Nothing to write home about. Just a heavy attack. And here's the beast cutter, guys. Here's the beast cutter. This thick iron cleaver slices through the toughest of beast hides, and when transformed, the blade splits into sections, allowing one to lash it in the fashion of a heavy whip. This crude weapon relies on brute force and is regrettably inelegant, suggesting that the hunts of the earliest hunters made for horrific affairs, painted in sanguine blacks and reds. I really like the beast cutter. It's a very straightforward weapon. There's really like no intricacy behind it, but it's simplistic and effective, right? That's all you can ask of it. So swing it around, straight sword stuff, right? Heavy attack. Charged heavy. And then here is this tricked form, so nice whip. It does take getting used to a little bit. This is more of a strength weapon, right? If you wanted the scope version of this, you could just go through a cane. It won't have the stagger like this does, I don't think, at least. This has some major stagger. But we have our choices. I do think we're kind of going like a fake quality build, it seems like. That's what we're gonna kind of end up with, so I think the scythe actually might be our better call here. We'll just have to remember to transform. Okay, I think that's a good call. Let's see if we can upgrade it a little bit. Let's make sure our spear's in tip-top shape, though. And we won't be using it too often. We're gonna eventually do something with it. I don't know if we want to commit to chunks yet, so we won't do that. Alright guys, and we're gonna wrap up the DLC. We're gonna try to wrap up the DLC. Sorry, I had to turn on the heat, so I just muted my mic for a second. And we're in the fishing hamlet. I do think we got the Rakuyo, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yeah, I remember that. That was a horrible screw. That was a hell of a time, but luckily we can kind of coast through here real quick. Not much in here, because we did a good amount of it last stream. I do, I should take advantage of this here, but it's extremely hard to use sometimes. Like it kind of has like the length of like maybe a one-handed axe from Dark Souls. What I think I have to take advantage of most is this heavy attack, because I tend not to use it too much, because I kind of forget about it. I'll be honest with you, right? So I should probably take that into consideration. You can see there's a lot of stage hazards here. Which, if you're ready for it, isn't too big of a deal, but this is the kind of game where you could get overwhelmed really quickly. People are throwing all kinds of stuff at you for no reasons, right? Well, my stamina's not too good. You can see a simple side step is all it takes for me to mess up royally. Especially if they have a flail attack, I'm pretty much dead. We should have took a look at our smack JP. Okay. That's actually not bad. So I can use my gun more often. Luckily for us, right? Do you keep in mind these things explode, right? Don't hit them with a fire weapon. You'll just hurt yourself. And we don't need to go over there, because I'm fairly confident we did all that last time. What we will do is take care of our buddies here. I don't know if he can see me. Uh-oh. Okay. Not too bad. That's what we did about it. I'm really just trying to shoot that door, but you can see we're just gonna get him in the way. Okay. This can be a very infuriating weapon sometimes. You can see, once it's more than like a 1v1, you start coming across like some issues. Which would be You know, it's good to have like some stuff you can use, like pebbles, throwing knives. Oh God, am I dead? Yep. That's what happens sometimes, guys, right? That's what happens when you don't have a backup weapon. This severely lacks like, you know, some people will say it's the best weapon in the game, but I do think it has a lot of advantages, like 1v1 though, right? When I come across like single enemies, it's not too big of an issue, but I mean, even two enemies sometimes it's a big problem. It depends. You have to know your surroundings, right? If we got them bottled up, you know, I could probably get a charge attack off, and that's you know that's the easy part. Right, that's the easy part. But you have to really control the fight. And if you're off by a little bit, if the enemy sidesteps, good luck. Like all this magic tricks I'm doing just to get a couple kills out. I do think I'll just run by everybody though, because we can. Don't worry about it too much. All right. Okay. So we have to think about this because there's a big old. I wish I knew the enemies by name. There's a giant buff fishman down there. And basically what they want you to do is what I do. To rush the we could call it a totem kinda. There's like a fish shaman over there. And you can see he just starts popping these things like spawn without end, right? And they're heat seeking. And this fishman just throws fish spears at you. You can see he doesn't engage or he doesn't come forward. So they want you to run over there and die. And funny enough, that is actually a lot of Dark Souls games, right? It's like a lot of monster closets. Like, look at all this damage I'm taking off ridiculous amount. So what I think we should do, even though I hurt us a little bit, we will come back to engage him. But I want to hit this. Easy. I would like to talk to an NPC, and I don't want to hit him. That will be a problem. Okay. Okay, he got bored. Luckily for us. Unfortunately, that's the answer a lot of time in games like these. You just run by the enemy, right? And then like now that he's not even paying attention to me, I could probably just go be sneaky, right, and backstab him.
You... I'm afraid I've made a bunch of things. Oh, I
Poor
can hear the
Simon.
bell now.
We talked to him. He got beat up.
Please,
So he asked us to do stuff for him. We've done this a couple times already, right? Simon's Bowblade is actually not a bad choice as well. So let's take a look at Simon's Bowblade. Unfortunately, we're not going to really spec into Blood Tinge too much. If we spec'd more into Blood Tinge, we would probably use it. Choice weapon of Simon, one of the first healing church hunters. Simon despised firearms, and so the church workshop had this specially fashioned to his liking. The large curved blade served as a bow when transformed. But aside from a few close friends, Simon was scoffed at for his choice of arms, for who would ever dare to face the beast with a measly bow? And we can take a look at it. It's actually not bad. Here's the curved sword part. The charge attack. Right, but the cool part is like light attack into trick mode, and then once it's in this transform mode, every light attack shoots a Quicksilver bullet, basically. It's an arrow, but it counts as a Quicksilver bullet. Its heavy attack, if you charge it up, can parry people. So, you know, it's not a bad weapon at all. It does scale with Blood Tinge in this when you're in transform mode. That's something to consider as well, but we'll think about it. I'm not really expecting to Blood Tinge, so it might not be too useful. This seems weird for me. Why? We did it, boys. We did it. That was easy. See, and luckily now he's not paying attention to us, so we have all the advantage in the world. Funny enough, we could still dodge pretty easily, right? Let's not try that. Like I said, pretty easy. All my souls matter. I really do. That was rough. That was pretty rough. We're low on resources. But I got my echoes back. You see, you really need to be set up with this thing, right? Like I need the finest chef kiss of gems. I need the tippy toppest of the tippiest toppest gems to make this thing good. Right, we're almost capped out. Well, we are capped out on skill, so you know. That's just how it goes sometimes, though. You really need to get your, either your physical up or your thrust attack up. And make sure you can hit these charged R2s. So we have two options, guys, right? We can either go back to the cell and take care of, Brador. Or we can let him invade us a bunch of times, which we let him invade us a bunch of times the first time around, so I do think we'll just go there and spank him real quick. And then we'll just come back here, and we passed all that other stuff. We don't really need to do that again. We'll go right into trying to kill the last boss. But we're gonna have to make our way through it. Hopefully we have enough time. We should be pretty good on time, I think. Right. Even all the practice I've been putting in with this, I've been using like Rifle Spear offline, just trying to get used to the moveset, fighting a lot of enemies, PvPing with it, you know, on a different account. As you can see, like, once it's the computer, you know, they do computer stuff, and it's kind of hard to get around sometimes. You know, not to complain, I do like this weapon, just you need to be really on point with it.
Shrouded by night, its steady stride,
You see, if you come here right away, he just invades you. He just tries to handle you. Like I said, luckily 1v1, no problem. So now what happens basically is wherever he would invade you, he's not going to be there anymore, but a piece of his clothing will be there. So we'll just take, took care of him, and we'll just come in here and we'll dust him off real quick.
Changes. Such is the nature of man.
That's something we'll never be able to use, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if I got the key for this. I don't remember, guys, but we'll take a look in here. It's locked. I'm missing the key. And I think it is in the research hall. Unfortunately, we're not going to get it this time around. Well, maybe we'll come back later. Now that I think about it, though, that is how you get the church pick. There's an enemy in there in one of the cells, and you have access to the church pick. As well, if you free Yamamura early, he can help you on certain boss fights as well. But I think we passed all the boss fights that he could possibly help me at. So we'll have to consider that. Church pick is a pretty good weapon as well. We are a skill build, so it should serve us pretty good on top of that. We'll come back to it because we do have to go back to the research hall, and I might just do that off stream, grab the key, and then when I have the key, then we can do like the unlocking doors part next time. Oh, with that said, let's go to the lighthouse set. Let's get through it, guys. There's more of a cleanup stream, it seems like. Right, so we'll just wait for the big fish man to go over there. I think that's far enough. So, funny enough, we are coming up to like where Brado would first invade you. It's right around this area on the next bridge. As you can see, he's not there anymore, but there is an item on the floor. Right, there you go. I'll have to take it. The key is probably to just kill them as quickly as you can. Don't forget to use those heavy attacks too. I forget all the time, but try not to forget. You want to kill these guys first because they start dropping like thunderbolts on your head. Really not ideal. And you can worry about him in a second. Okay. They know people are watching them, so they're trying their very best. I'm glad I don't have the camera on me right now. I'm very salty. I'm extremely salty right now. This happened though, right? So it's part of the game. It's part of the game, guys. And this is the price we pay for having a dedicated run to this weapon. Okay, take two. I am very interested in seeing how much damage we could get out of this, though. I'm really interested in the very end result, right? Like, this is the struggle part. First we struggle, right? And then we persevere. That is what happens. Nobody saw that. I think I'm gonna It's kind of better also, like if you're using Rifle Spear, some tips. Like if while you're charging up, you can stay unlocked until almost the end. Right, like for example that. Well, we got hit out of it, right? But you almost ensure like the very end part gets locked on, and you'll do like all the damage you're supposed to. No, we're not dying again. That was important. Alright. I need to have like maximum focus. Oh, bolt gem. Too bad we're not going to use any elements really. Okay, not bad. Not the worst gem. But we need all like thrust or basically just attack up kind of gems for this setup we're going for. Wow. I'm not quite sure if they actually need to thrust or if my thrust is just really good at this weapon. It's probably a little bit of both. And luckily, if you can kill them before they even come out, you're pretty much golden. Nice. So I think we've already stick around. Pig sticker here. You know what we're gonna have to do, guys? We're gonna have to fight the last boss with this weapon too. That's gonna be interesting. It's been a long time since I've used this already. luckily for us, right, we don't have to fight Brador at all, because he is a huge drain on our health, for sure. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I think the salt has subsided. But here's another one of those things that I don't like. You can see the range is ridiculous. Sure, why not? Why not miss? I feel like awfully reminded about so channel, let's talk real quick, guys, right? About channels I used to like. I you really used to like a channel. This was like, it feels like almost forever ago. There was a channel. It was called The Switcher. He started out making like Street Fighter parodies. That's when I like found him. He was making like little Street Fighter parody videos from the old Street Fighter animated cartoon, the American one. And then he moved on and he did. You might know him better as like the channel that was like called Super Best Friends. So they did Super Best Friends for a while. Uh, Eventually that channel did fall apart. Unfortunately, the people they couldn't get along anymore, from what I understand. And they I'll put a timestamp in here, guys, if you're watching on YouTube. I'm sorry. But he eventually they all went their own ways. But a big animator for that channel was a man called Plague of Gripes, and I do watch him from time to time still. He's an animator. He does YouTube as well. He does streaming, and he's been doing a playthrough on Elden Ring on and off for like almost a year now. But you can tell, like, as the game goes on, you can tell he really doesn't like the combat, and sometimes he just gets really frustrated. And I could feel the sentiment sometimes when I have to deal with certain things with this weapon. I can feel the gripiness coming. Man, I do miss Super Best Friends. They are all being successful still on their own way, but I do miss the way the channel used to be. Unfortunately, sometimes people have to move on from what they're doing. Is this where we came from? This is where we came from, huh? Yeah, okay. So this is where we're going. No. Yes, we have to drop down here. Alright. Alright. Also, I'm not putting a timestamp in there. No timestamp for you guys. Maybe. I'll think about it, guys. I've been trying to get like a little bit more edity with my videos. I might start editing the streams or cutting out all the boring bits for YouTube. We'll see how that goes, guys, right? Because like I said, I don't really have any of these Premiere programs, stuff like that. So it might start out with just like a bunch of timestamps when I rewatch the stream, and I notice there's like a long, boring part where I'm not doing anything. Right, like maybe when I start the stream, because sometimes I will start like 10 minutes early and just get the stream on while I grab coffee or water or whatever it might be. So I might start having to put timestamps, like, the stream actually starts at this time. So important, guys. Also, don't forget there is a shortcut here, right? Don't forget about that part. That is beneath the shortcut. You want to hit the slaughter. Don't venture over there just yet. You see this right here? Don't venture over there. There are some Winterlanders there, and they will kill you. Unless you're top G. right? Then you'll be fine. Make sure you open up this shortcut just in case. Just in case anything happens, and there's the little lantern right there. So it's a very short trip back, right? Very short trip back. Also, I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything here. Because I do think there is some kind of passageway outside. I might be wrong about that. And it seems like I guess I am wrong. Okay, let's not go too far because I know there's a hulking fish brute over there. Should we go back to the hunter stream, guys, and invest in a level before I die? I'm sorry, we're going back up. Let's try to be a little bit smart. Just a little bit, not too much. All right. It seems like we might have enough for just exactly one level.
Very well.
Yeah, just one level. Remember what the goal is, guys, right? I kind of... Okay, let's do 50 fight. Let's just do the even 50-50 spread there.
Farewell.
And then we'll work on all the other stats. That'll come in time. As you can see, we'll be like well done with the game before we finish the build. Crap. I really should have bought some potions. Well, that's fine. If we die, we'll just come back and we'll try to fix everything. But there are a couple winter lanterns here. It's a good idea to farm these winter lanterns because you're pretty close to them. They do drop some decent gems as far as the base game is concerned. Right, so you could either farm them at Marigold's Loft or over here in the DLC. We need sedatives. Be careful, guys. There's two of them. There's two winter lanterns. The blunderbuss might be a better option for here. You really can't afford to miss your parry. I'm kind of waiting to see what their pattern is. I know it's just back and forth, right, but I forget how close they are. If both of them are looking at me, I'll just die very quickly. There's that one over there, okay. Unfortunately, okay. Why? Perfect. Perfect. So when you're doing a visceral like that, like any meter that builds up, you will be invincible while you're doing your visceral attack. So if all else fails, try to like hold out a little bit and get right on the cusp of that bar. We didn't get any blood gems. I'm disappointed. Oh, hello. I do think that's an out of shape one. No, it's just a circle gem. Physical attack up and blood attack up. Not bad. We can drop that on our gun. I would kind of like to farm that, so maybe we'll we'll see if we can kill the boss, which I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think it's gonna happen on our first run. If we do, yes, uh, you know, good job us. And then we'll probably, crap, I forgot there's actually another way to go. So you might as well just go this way. I was kind of, wow, look at this. Look at this trap over here. And he dictated our path though. Look at that blood rock. That's the whole reason to come over here. I gotta be faster than that. That was a happy accident. I don't know what we're gonna spend that blood rock on, dude, but we'll weigh our options. Also, unfortunately for us, right? I think that's all that's down there basically is there was the winter lanterns, right? There's the path to the blood rock, and then there's the path to the boss. That's all that's down here, guys. Don't forget there is, I believe, an upgrade material down this wall. You can see there's like a little lantern here. I mean a little ladder, lantern. And then there's the boss here. These ladies don't give you anything. Don't worry about that too much. So, we're gonna die here. I don't have a doubt in my mind. How many times we're gonna die, that is for debate. We'll give it a few tries, and then, if anything, we will come back and just wrap it up next time. Maybe I will farm some of the blood gems off stream. Although I do want to keep the stream like legit. Everything I do want to be on the stream, so maybe we'll take a little detour and try to farm some blood gems. And we've seen this before, right? So we can skip this part. So here's the hard part. And getting those charge attacks, I might as well forget about these. Well, I mean, unless... No. Access denied. You can see my stagger... I don't even stagger anymore. Alright. Oh, crap. What do you guys think? That actually wasn't too bad, huh? If I would have come in there with some more blood vials, I think that would have been a win. But it wasn't a win. So we have to go back to Thunder's Dream. We need some blood vials pretty desperately. But not too bad. We really could use like a claw mark for some extra visceral damage, which might serve us well. Also, I hope we have some cold bloods that we can pop. Okay, pop a couple. That should do. So what I think we'll do is we'll change our runes up. I do want to see if we can, if we even have claw mark. Okay, we have kind of the weak one, but it will do. What I want to replace, the blood rapture might help us survive a little bit more, but I do think I need more bullets than I do the HP back, which might be silly of me to say, but we'll risk it. We'll risk it for the big damage. Okay, alright. Almost lost my stuff there. It's funny, I said we might have a shorter stream, but it's already been like an hour or so, hasn't it? And I feel like I'm tempted enough to try to fight this guy till we win. I do think I remember watching Max fight him for about 4 hours one night. But that might have been on New Game Plus. Alright, let's try it again. Grab our souls. Luckily he doesn't bum rush us. Oh, that's good. Perfect. You got a perfect on me, man. I'm a little upset. Only slightly, though. I really want to parry him bad. That was probably my biggest mistake. Was I was so focused on getting ready to parry that I didn't even try. I would say I'm annoyed, but that was to be expected, honestly. Try to stay topped off. And also, luckily, we didn't waste a bunch of like vials. Right, that's why I'm kind of okay with it too. We didn't waste a bunch of vials and then ultimately die. We just kind of died immediately. So not bad. Not the worst situation we've been in. Outside. I can't believe that one actually didn't know. What am I about that? Why? Why are you not doing it? We're getting kind of low on health wise, though. We might have a little bit of an issue. But I do expect some hard times on this guy. I like to be like pretty capped out. Like if I'm playing, you know, like not for anybody else, just like playing around by myself. Uh, you know, usually I like to be pretty high level when I come to fight him. And then we kind of just walk all over him. And also being arcane helps, right? I like throwing the magic at him. What I wanted to do was switch to that pistol for the hard to hit times, but we didn't do it. We'll try it again though. And we'll switch to our pistol here, and we'll see if that helps us out a little bit. I also don't think our souls are that much, because we can't even like go back to spend them. So they're not too important. This is embarrassing. He is one of the tougher enemies, though. And I'll be honest, sometimes he does feel like a little, you know, if you're used to like a lot of the other enemies, like aside from Lady Maria, like, a matter of fact, yeah, I would say Orphan, Akaz, and Lady Maria, they feel like they read your inputs a little bit too much. But other than that, right, like it's not too overtuned. So we could be somewhat forgiving on them. Also, I'm a little biased, right, but, you know, it's not too many enemies in the game, and it's kind of thematic that these are supposed to be really tough people. You know, it's not like we're fighting everybody and they're just reading my buttons kind of thing. We'll try that again. And I don't think our souls are worth much, so I'm not even going to bother with that. We're just going to do the thing. I'm taking some mega punishment, though, for sure. No more. Okay, so this is what I think the plan is, guys, right? We'll do like a handful more tries on him, and once it hits about 1 hour and 30 on the stream, if we haven't beat him by then, we will wrap it up, and then we'll tackle him tomorrow, and we'll like have a regular stream. And I won't do any farming or anything like that, right? In the regular stream, maybe we'll try to farm some blood gems, just to have a little bit more damage on him. And in the meantime, what I think we'll do is we'll switch our clothing. I notice we haven't got the cane here set at all either, right? We'll switch our clothing up and try to maximize our defense just for now. I just like this helmet a little bit better than the hood. As a matter of fact, I do like the hood a little bit more. That's what I think we'll do here. We'll fight him in this mode. and hopefully we can get out some good parries. Usually, like most people when I see them fight him, like they let him jump over, because he usually does a big jump. I guess he showed me, huh? And that's why it's not good to like get used to trading, right? Because some enemies, once you trade, they still knock you down, and then your trade is worthless. Retrospect, the health back might have been a mistake. That was a fake out. That was an epic fake out. I was fine. I couldn't get out of that thing. Well, against the wall. Okay. So we'll do one more solid attempt, and then I do have to go back to the Hunter's Dream, and I think we'll change our runes up. I do think the health up actually helped us out a little bit more than this claw mark. Excuse me. What is going on? I got stuck on door. It's probably a bad idea, but so say we do have to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Like I'm pretty sure we will. We'll change our runes up, and then we'll give it like one really good try, like the best try I could possibly do. Unless he just works me over, and then really I can't do anything about that. So usually he does jump over you like that. Right? Most people are quick enough to get a backstab. Not me though. I really thought I had him there. Oh no! I didn't want to waste that one. I guess I was too passive. Oh crap. Mistakes were made. So the only thing I could possibly do is just get a bunch of visuals on him right now. Which, as you can see, not gonna happen. Like I said, this is gonna be probably an uphill battle for me. But that's fine, we'll go back to the Hunter's Dream, we'll switch our runes up, and then we'll see if that possibly helps us at all. I think we'll stack up the 2 HP ones. That we have a little bit more health, right? We're a little bit more tanky. And then we'll see if we can do anything about this boss. And if not, no big deal. Sometimes you're gonna get stuck. Let's pop these off real quick. So I want HP. Okay. If only I had a bunch of claw marks, we would have stacked up the claw marks and just did our absolute best to get a visceral. But we don't. So here's our last stack of blood vials. Alright, let's try this out. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to spend a blood vial to get topped off. I would like to beat him though, like today, right? I wish that would happen. But I can't wish, I gotta do it. No wishing allowed. I gotta tell you guys, there's a bunch of good food in the fridge still. I really wish I could eat it, but I do have to be disciplined, you know. I took like 2 days and I ate. I am Puerto Rican. Right, I'm Latino. A lot of beni, a lot of pasteles, a lot of rice and beans, a lot of Spanish food here. And it was delicious. I also had a lot of stuffing. We'll give it another try. We're gonna test the shield out like just for a split second. I don't have the endurance though. This shield, you need some endurance to kind of wield it properly. Yeah, he did too much damage. I know that. Okay. That's cheating. That's cheating. Don't. I'm trying to switch to my blunderbuss. What an asshole. Alright. Enough, I'm sorry. I'll pay attention. Why? That travels so far. I did it. I did it. That was bad. so frustrated. I'm so frustrated right now. I really want to fight him again. Though. That's the thing. Tell you what, why don't we try one more time? We'll try one more, right? One more. And if not, like I said, no big deal. See, and this is how you could tell like I like this game a lot. Because usually when I get frustrated enough, you know, like a lot of people, you'll just turn the game off, right? But I feel compelled to try to get him again. And we do have the quicksilver bullets and the blood vials. You can see we are up against. You know what the problem is that a lot of his attacks come out delayed, right? So if you notice, I do a lot of early dodging, and like he's still dragging his weapon behind him. It's kind of the same problem that those big fishmen have, is where they look like they're gonna hit you, but they do a very slow attack. And then by the time that the attack comes out, you've already dodged like once or twice. So, ah man. So, you know, that is the biggest problem there. Like, I'll have to get used to it. Usually, I'm like arcane, and I'll just like blast them with some arcane magic, so that's not a big deal. Don't like that. It would be nice when I actually hit him with a parry to get the visceral out, so that I can kind of restore everything a little bit. I have to heal. I have no choice. But let's see if I can get something up. Crap. Yeah, like I said, right, extremely like delayed attacks. Mostly because the placenta that he's using, right, he takes a minute to drag it. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. I really want to get him. So we'll do exactly till 9:30, right, which is in a few minutes. So if I don't beat him now, I guess I'll have no choice, but I really want to get him. I want to get him. I'm not sure what our ideal rune setup would be, because I could probably use a stronger claw mark, honestly. Assuming we get like the perfect like parries out and viscerals, like a good claw mark and maybe HP back and our vials back. I mean our quicksilver bullets. That would probably be ideal. Probably. Hello. Get used to it. Gotta get used to it. So, Now, I don't know if you could parry him here, and it might be foolish of me to try. That was a lot of damage. That was bad. Is this the lightning? Another one? That's quite cheeky, sir. One more. One more. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. But I do think that was our best attempt to get it tonight. Unless we try it one more time, guys. Should we try it one more time? Tell you what, if we start out and I have like a good amount of blood vials, we will do one more time. Ah, what do I say I just wasted or something? Why don't I just waste all my blood vials? One more time, right? One more time. For real this time, for real. See, it would be nice if the where's my name's at? You know the HP, like well, there's a rune that I usually wear that gives you HP back, right? It would be nice if instead of HP back, it would give you a blood vial. Which I guess, I'm not even sure, right? Because blood vials are not that expensive in the game. So you can easily farm echoes to get blood vials. Right, because either way you're getting health back. Alright. Here we go, guys. It's do or die time. I think we're gonna die. Or are we gonna die, huh? Are we gonna die, huh? What do you say, Orphan? Orphan. Yeah, we're gonna die. Okay, I do think that was unfair. We'll tackle this tomorrow, guys. I do think it's beatable though. We got pretty close last try. Sometimes it takes a while, right? You have to get used to his patterns, stuff like that. So we'll probably start off pretty weak tomorrow. Uh, like what I'll do is, what I will do is, because we're gonna need blood vials, is I will farm some blood echoes at the very least, right? We'll get some blood echoes out the way, and then I'll have a bunch of blood vials, and we can come back and we can tackle this regular. But for now, I do think we'll wrap it up. Um, like I said, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll try to wrap up this DLC, and then we'll try to get into the challenge dungeons. I do think that is the plan, and we'll get started on getting some really good damaging gems. I would start that tomorrow, but I feel like we can actually get this guy, right? We don't need to go out of our way and get all super capped out and super beast to beat him. So that is the plan, guys. I will get some blood vials, and then tomorrow we'll do the thing. Guys, I do want to say thank you for stopping by. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, it happens, right? Sometimes you fail, but we will try it tomorrow, and I do think we'll beat it tomorrow. So, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. If you're watching live, thank you so much. I'll catch you I'll catch you next time, guys. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, I would wish you would watch me live. There's a link to my channel in the description of the video. I know this is a long-winded part, but there's a link to my channel. Come watch me live, guys. Come watch me fail. Come watch me succeed. My name is Frank Gallows, and I will catch you next time, guys. Have a great night. Later.